Alright, we're looking good. Are we in there? Is it on? So I put the key in. I think that we should be good. It's on. Sweet. Alright, cool. Yeah, refresh if you have to. The easiest way, instead of refreshing the entire page, if you just pause and then unpause the video feed. That way you get to maintain, being in chat and not missing juicy chat. Oh yeah, because I need to add... but I think we're just about good. I need to add mixer... I think it's in here because I forgot I need to add a line in. So I could probably add... like aux. Oh, there we go. There's the sound everyone likes to hear. Alright, welcome to Powered Up with Pride 2017. I am TokyoScarab. I will be, well, your host for about the next 2 hours as we go through... Turn up the game volume here just a smidge. Alright. I'll start it right now, that's good. Alright, welcome to Pacifist Buster Only. Whole goal of this mode is basically to get through the game and not kill anything, but you also can't use any of your sub-weapons, so you're limited to basically your Buster. Small jump actually saves a little bit of time there. The intro stage is probably was one of the initial hard things to route, because if you don't damage boost accordingly, like right there, like you can't get through. Because you cannot jump over the gunvolts, the blue guys. It was unfortunate with the first copter. You can actually get some bad RNG in the beginning of these, where either you'll get no missiles, or it'll shoot some. So I could have did the skip. I forgot to do that. You can do the B-copter skip on the second one, but you cannot do it on the first one because of the damage boosting that is required to get through. It's an intense run. I remember trying to get people to do races of this category on SRL, and there's only really 2 people that run the category. I came up with it. Actually, I need to start taking some damage. It's myself and a streamer by the name of Orange Onion 1. Also, alright, cool. You have to destroy the cars. The B-copters get in your way. The cars are another exception of something you have to kill to progress the game. And it's way more apparent here, but they will follow you, and Vile will not come down unless the cars are gone. But other than that, nice, no scroll. Take that as kind of some bad luck, hopped backwards. But yeah, the cars are probably the only real exception as far as like, I mean, you have to destroy them because they prevent you from continuing the game. But outside of that, I mean, mini bosses and your Mavericks and Sigma are the only things you kill in this game. Isn't important, but yeah, the intro is kind of funny because I remember when Orange, because I created it to find like a really difficult way to play this game that also kind of makes for a good speedrun, and we started to do runs of this game. And it would go back and forth between trading times, and we used to do races of it on SRL, and we'd sometimes get, like, we tried to get people to join, and no one really would, but every once in a while someone, I guess, would be daring enough to try it, and usually it would just result in forfeits about like 10 minutes into the into the race, because the like I said, the intro is very difficult. Jump to bait the bat, and stutter drops to not get hit. Actually, because I got hit by the rabbit. The rabbits actually do a weird amount. Like, one thing you learn running a game where there's a lot of damage boosting involved, that's a good jump, I always love that, is you start to learn like what does damage, because you kind of need to know. Because you'd rather be doing, like, if you, since you have to do a lot of damage boosting, like, if you're gonna take damage, you might as well take the minimal amount of damage as you can. And there's just weird parts where it's, like, oddly, like, makes no sense. Like, the rabbits do, like, a disgust. I think it's, like, 4 bars. They do, like, 4 bars of damage. But, like, if they shoot you, it's, like, 1. So, it's 1 or 2. It makes, like, no sense. These helicopters, the trollcopters, do 1. The birds are like 3, depends. And the rest of this is basically the same. You want to get hit by snowballs here, specifically these big ones. Just make it in here. Hey, Proto! Da-da-da-da. So, first boss. We should be fine. I mean, Pingu is pretty free. There will be a lot of dash shots done in this, and that's basically thing coded where when you dash, either on the ground or even doing a dash jump, the first uncharged shot that you fire will do 2 damage. Something that is just coded in. And it's interesting because they'll do 2 damage regardless of who you... and be in there. So it does 2 damage to anything. Enemies, bosses. The only thing that it doesn't do 2 damage to is Sigma. Both in not Star Wars infringing form and Doghead. Doghead, it doesn't do anything. Dash Lemons to Lightsaber Sigma. There is actually an order. Even though we don't use any sub-weapons, this is an order, and it is faster. The Dash Lemons against Lightsaber Sigma do 1, so they kind of cut it during that. So this stage gets done next, and it is faster because if you beat Storm Eagle before you get here, then the floor doesn't have these nice electric things, which are actually convenient because they do 1 damage and allow you to get through parts of this faster. It's some really cool tech. And then this is some cool damage boosting here, where to get through here faster, you have to get damaged by the the light bee things. Usually big reset point here. Alright, we in there. I was waiting for him to drop. No health. Gonna play this bit a little more restricted until we get to here, because then I'll get 2 more health. And then we're pretty much good for manager. I'm just gonna charge. About to die. Oh yeah, there's a lot of mashing that's done in this, mostly in the intro, I ran a lot of Mega Man hard type, which has a disgusting amount of mashing in it, especially because the form of it I was running, I had to take a death there because I accidentally shot the Twin Bee thing. So we can't actually benefit off of doing that. Alright, we in there. So, where was I? Yeah, hard type, buster only, minimal percent. I used to run that for quite a bit, and there's a ton of mashing in that game. Mandrill's pretty easy. Actually, the best thing, probably one of my favorite things about running this category in particular, is probably my favorite way to play this game, honestly. And make sure you get every kill in the middle, that way minimal walk time back. Is that you actually get to fight every boss. I mean, Mandrill is a boss that, I mean, once you learn that ice does something, I mean, he doesn't do anything. You never get to actually experience the fight, and that's one thing that's so cool, because there's a lot of instances in this game where, I mean, you don't really get that. Like, there's certain fights you just, like, you can juggle, like, you can, I mean, it's not juggling because it's not up there, but, like, you get to freeze Mandrill the whole fight. Chameleon's the same way, that's a more literal juggle. But this run is only done on 2 heart containers and nothing else. I mean, other than the boost, but I'm not really counting those since they're a forced power-up. Also, gonna make sure I don't get grabbed by the copter, so I don't have to, like, wiggle out. Cool. Knocked me where I wanted to go. And then this part is pretty good as well. Get hit here, here. I didn't get the despawn, that is a shame. I did have to take a death earlier, so I will grab this. Storm Eagle is interesting. Like, Dash Lemon is basically the way to go, because it's just faster in every conceivable way. Also, check this out. I dashed, and the lift here took me up, but it interrupted my dash. And one interesting thing I learned is that you maintain that. At any point where the game would interrupt you, like sliding through a boss door to the room, watch the first lemon. 2 damage. It holds that state, which is kind of cool. Let's see. Count dives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure that goes off screen. The egg is a big no-no. You do not, there we go, want that, because then you have to contend with 4 little eaglets. I don't know what a baby eagle's called. But if they touch you, they just explode. And since I kind of came with the category, I deemed that as, that would go against the pacifist nature of the run. Why does Mega Man throw lemons at the enemies? I don't know. I always joked it occasionally on some of the boss kills. I just say it's Citrus Boy's name. Now this is where you get very interesting strats. Where I will ride this to here because you have to, because it'll impale all these little ostrich things, which goes against the nature of the run. There are 3 mine carts, if you want to call them that, in the stage. You skip 2 of them. You have to take the last one. There we go. sure I get the... Are we in there? Make sure I get that hold, and... There we go. Last heart container. That's all we do it on, is this. And it'll become very apparent later. But like I said, there's no way. I've looked into trying to find a way to eliminate that particular minecart, but there's just no way. And then this gets interesting because I don't know how many of you have actually tried to do this fight without electrocuting Armadillo, but it gets interesting. So as someone who's worked on the randomizer, I don't know why this works. Sliding, because there's never a point where she actually drops her shield, but sometimes you can take hits, or she can take damage. Okay, there we go. Dash under blaster. Yeah, and that's also something that some people might know. There's actually a lot of cool... Like, there's an interesting amount of projectiles that you can actually dodge by sliding. That's one of them. There's also, if you write this down, Sigma 3. There's a cool thing you can dodge under there, and we'll be getting to that. But it's a neat run, and there's a lot of cool technical stuff to it, and that's why I love this category. I like a good challenge, and it has all of the elements there that you would want. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in this early, especially on a Friday, at least here in my home state of Pennsylvania. It is a very rainy and miserable day, but hopefully we can make that a little better. It's been like, it's been so rainy lately. I don't know about anyone else, especially I think if you're on the East Coast, it's just been rainy in general. Tropical storms going through, and a lot of that seems to just be passing through lately. Okay, that was a question I had. So about Save the Animals in redesign. I don't know who made redesign, but did they actually like change the spot where they're at, or like make it more difficult to do that, or alter it in any way? See, it's like level 2 charge, or what I call yellow shot, or yellow charge. It's 2 damage, and you have to wait so long, but like dashing is 2, so... Hello, Rising Moon! How are you doing? Hey, Zelly! Me Mixtape, Ministry, Ali, Garbanzo. Garbanzo! Okay, a little known secret here. But, best music in the game. I mean, I love all the music in this game, but this has been a song that since, like, working on the randomizer for this game, which is coming up tonight at 1 AM. There we go. By the way, like, I don't know, Kwanger's theme is just like a song that has really grown on me, and I need to make sure that I don't get hit. Probably one of my favorite bits of damage boosting in this game, too, actually. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, I don't know why most speedrunners deboost here and like do the spike glitch. Like, I think it's for swag or just to show off the spike glitch, but it's really not necessary. Turn my headphones up a little bit. Okay, this is where this is one of my favorite parts in the run. I'm gonna get hit once here. You can actually get a good cycle of that going the other way. Because you can't kill these. Ladder Yadder skip is legit. There we go. We got the clean one there. Little quick tapping. Let's see if we get it. There we go. Going too slow. Failing with no iceless. You only need 2 tanks. Why would I go for iceless? No, there's no dance. Cool. And we're about in the middle. Swag. It is swag, but then you have to, like... Feeling when the room movement is more swag than iceless. I love that ladder skip, though, like I was saying. It's just... It's so cool. Especially, like, if you can get the... If you can get a little lucky... on the RNG and have them pop in your favor. Oh, hey, we have some, dude, we're already at 113.77, dang. Thank you very much for whoever threw that in there. Trying to think what my PB for this is, like 50 minutes or just under 50. The estimate I had for both these I put at... We don't need it. Chameleon is another fight that is really made a lot more fun by having, you know, actually having to do it. TokyoScarab. Dude, someone dropped 100? That's awesome. So people could usually complain about Eagle in 100% runs, any percent runs as well. For being a time waster, Chameleon is the ultimate troll. Because at least when Eagle is doing her bullcrap, you can hit her. But a big part of, like, look at this time, like, you cannot hit or do anything, and you have to just wait for Chameleon to do whatever he do. And, like, you might get 1 to 3 tail flicks, and it's ridiculous. Ultimate time waster. There we go. You can just barely hit his foot with the dashes. Is 100% X... What, juggling him? I mean, what execution is there? I've watched hundo runs. It's like, you know, you like reserve your boomerangs, or, like after you do the mini boss, you fire all of them, and then on like the last one you just do like a dash shot. Like, what is this execution that you speak of? I mean, like juggling Chameleon is the freest thing. This is where we get some more mashing in. Oh, I know. But it's just one of those things where it's just kind of funny to see that that's the complaint. And I mean, I understand where it's coming from. I mean, I understand it, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know, comparatively it's like a first world problem. Hey Proto, and it's actually mashing faster than what's registering. You can only ever have 3 projectiles on the screen at any given time. Alright, there we go. I don't know if I have health there. No. Didn't get any. This, okay, worst nightmare in this game are those blowfish. Because if they get you, it is like take a death, because there's only 2 ways out. You either explode them from the inside, or they just kill you. You can't shake your way out. It's just one of those things where, actually I think you do 3 here. I also can't kill the torpedo fish. Oh, y'all like the mashing? Yeah, it gets pretty intense. Two shots left. Ah! I wasn't sure what he was going to throw out. Yeah, I've tried to, like, do a count for the mash. It usually is about, like, I think 18. It about hits, like, the 18 inputs per second range. If I can keep the tornado... Fun fact, for whatever reason, Octopus loves the tornado more in the second fight than the first fight. I have no idea why. This also might be manipulation. Right in the back. I think that's it for the heavier mashing parts in this. Yeah, because that was the last stage. Now we just have the Sigmas, and there's nothing that's mashable in those. Another little piece of music that I mean, I love all the music in this game. That's one of my favorite things, definitely, about this game. And every time I revisit it, if there's a longer period of time that I don't play it, which is rare these days, but the music here is just really good. There's something about it, like the synth lead here. And remember how I said I collect 2 heart tanks and no more? It's for this part right here. That's a 1 damage boost. There's second 1 damage boost. That one's fine. No leap of faith. That's okay. Now I have to basically make sure that I take... There we go. I actually went slower that way, because I would have gotten hit by the gun volt, and that's normally what I do. We can get half the skip, you can't get the full skip here. I've been trying to figure a way to get the full skip. Crack says that he did it one time, where like, and it might be on the PS version. Hold start. And there we go. Walk forward, jump so that we get knocked back in between those two red lines on the floor. That way Vile doesn't have to come and pick us up, and now we're out of soft lock risk. So Zero will explode Vile somehow, and we'll never see Zero again. Never happens. And that was the last time you saw him. They also only ever made one Mega Man in this game. So, rip Zero. This is a fun fight. You want a challenge for this game? Fight Vile with no armor. Well, like the amount of health that I have. Fight him with the amount of health that I have. And no sub-weapons. Even with dash shots, it's like tricky. Sometimes you just get some bad patterns where he just like hugs your butt. And it's hard to get him off. So it's like a lot of juking and a lot of like real sudden input. Here's another little bit of this run that I absolutely love, and it's not this part. It's this part right here. Watch. There, one hit. No killing. That should impress, like, I don't want to, like, talk it up, but, like, I remember that used to give me, like, I used to hate that Ascend as a kid. Because most people, like, as soon as I figured out you could just, like, chameleon sting your way up, it's like, oh, that's just what you do. Cool guys don't look at explosions. And there's hit 1. And there's hit 2. Well, maybe slightly delayed. So now we have Spooter. Spooter is fun. Because Spooter is bullcrap. Now remember, I can't kill anything other than what I have to. And what does Spooter do? If she does it. We might get lucky and she doesn't, but... Oh, she do. You now have to avoid killing any of these, which I didn't shoot right there. And she can totally troll you with it too, because, like, since the charge... There we go. And the spiders do a good bit of damage, too, for being, like, little babies. I think they do as much damage as their mother, or even more. I've never actually looked into it or paid to... Okay, never mind. Their mother does more. I also didn't have full... So, guys, I actually should have taken the hit on the baby. This is interesting. We need to actually kill her this time, and then I'll take a death in Sigma too. Charge, or the pink does 4, or 3. If you get the aura, it's 1. This is one of those things where it just really... It's a really troll fight when you have to do it this way. We have full health now, so we should be fine. I mean, I couldn't even take one hit. I think that was actually... Nope. Because if I let go right there, there would be some that would still linger and kill that, like, last little spider baby. Oh my god. Could have maybe done that one if I had anticipated a little bit better. Nope. Bubble would have killed that one for sure. Cool, we have 3 hits left. 2 hits left. 1 hit left. Cool. And we in there. Officially in there. I'm gonna take a death though. It'll probably just be safer in the long run because we have no more lives. We won't lose our progress, so we'll be a-okay. Actually, pace is pretty good so far, even with the, like, what have I taken, like 1 death so far? 2 deaths. So 16, well, it's 15 and a half minutes to beat this game, which won't happen, but I definitely will get sub-hour. So it's like, no lives left. I mean, that would require doing this entire stage without dying, which is definitely doable, but... something I don't want to... God, I love damage boosting off stuff that only does like 1 damage. It's the greatest thing. It just feels like value. I think that's like something that speedrunners can definitely appreciate, is a good value. All about value. Come on. Did you blow you? There we go. If I line that up. And bam. Right in the face. I love that background though, the mountains in the back. Like, where is this fortress? We have Purple Mountain's Majesty. And we'll just jack this. Wait, no. Give me back. Alright, we in there. This is just great for the run, just because it's like, oh, let me just damage boost through everything. I need to do a specific jump here to despawn that so I can hop up here. Otherwise, that can totally troll me. I need to wait for that so that this thing won't shoot me in the face. Eagle isn't even worth charging for because even a full pink shot just does 2. So, hey, Isvana, thank you for that. We're trying. And how are you doing today? Wait for it. Okay. Doing the egg despawn, because that's the last thing I need is dealing with all these little baby birds. Just lemon blast. You just got lemon blasted, yo. Get hecked. Get heckin' hecked, yo. Watch this. Okay, cool. And that's 1 damage. I mean, with only the Buster, let alone without charging. Well, you can charge it. There's very little reason to in here, though. But you also can't kill anything. It's a combination category, so it's Buster only, but also Pacifist. Whew. Like, instantly regretted that decision. Luckily, it didn't hit. Ooh, nachos. Nachos are legit. Cool. I'll play a little more conservative here. Boom. Probably could be taking some pot shots at the nose, but it's like 1 more. Bam. Someone's gonna need a trip to Lens Crafters after this. I would do dash shots, but I guess I can. I lied. Fraudulent reported. Let's see, can I get this? We in there. So why don't you charge it then? Don't you? Actually, if you do your dash, the first lemon or uncharged shot you fire does 2 damage. So it's actually faster, and because it does more damage than charging. It's just because charging takes time. Boom. That's about the closest you'll get to Armadillo Skip in this in this version. Also, I'm going to be a little more conservative on Dillo, I think. Watch this juggle, and this is something you don't get to see too often, but second form Dillo is usually more reluctant to... There we go. Needs one of those dash shots. 2 damage. Right in the lemon to the face. Yeah, that actually is kind of Super Metroid-y. Yeah, it's a DPS thing. It only works in X1 and half of X2, and this is where we're going to hug and get almost full health. What do you think of the PS? I actually never played Maverick Hunters. I should do it. The only complaint I have with that game is that every time you fire a shot, like, Mega Man has to talk and say what it is. Like, I don't know who thought that was a good idea, because it's like the most annoying thing. Shotgun ice. Shotgun ice. Charge shot. Dash shot. Dash shot. Dash shot. Dash shot, dash shot, dash shot. Fun fact, if you stay on top of Chameleon, Chameleon is way more likely to not move around, so it's a little bit of manipulation you can do, and it does save time, but eventually it is not forever. The thing I like about Maverick Hunter is probably the fact that they changed some of the stuff around. 2 shots left. Boom. Lemon to the toe. Sonic Heroes and the GB Mario's even... I also kind of don't like the art style for, I should have charged. I think we're okay. I did walk, so I don't think we're gonna get Lemon here. But this should be pretty good. That was a good fight. That was super clean. Loves Vile. That was a really cool thing about that game, is that you got to play as Vile and get to see that side of the story. That was cool. Like, there's certain parts of that. Bait that into going here, damage boost. Gonna damage boost again. Go here. Grab this. Later. Vile's cool. Even if he was, like, totally Boba Fett. Like, he's totally Boba Fett. Also, there's a really cool thing we're going to be doing here that is a backup strat that, like, I just like showing off and actually can be quite a lucrative thing to do. And it's just an example of, like, what you can really do. Ah, right in the tentacle. Japan loves Star Wars. Okay, so how many lives do I have? Yeah, I have like all of them. There's almost no reason to go for this other than swag, but swag is the name of the game. So we're gonna grab an extra life. And some more health. Because why not? I actually think that I gained 2 health total off of doing that, but you get an extra life. An extra life's like a full health, kinda. Depends where you get it. But yeah, there's runs where, like, it's a run saver. If you, like, die on, like, the tank or something, friendly message reminder here from Nightbot. A reminder to get your donations in to decide whether we save or kill the animal in tonight's Super Metroid redesign run. Thank you, Nightbot. We will keep that in mind. And okay, so here's where, remember how I was saying there was something cool to, like, slide under here? Well, we totally get it here. And we'll get to do it. Boom. Totally doesn't look like you should be able to do that. Stand to bait it again. Damn. That's fine. We didn't have too much going in here, so no big deal. Reminder to get your 50/50 tickets for tonight's raffle and the free steak. We're giving away steak. I knew we were getting steak. That could have been a deal changer. I missed. Okay, we in there. Winner steak dinner. Some more extreme winning. Like some old person. Is that something they announce at, like, is that like the fire hall or the bingo hall or something? A reminder, all of tonight's, remember, we still have more tickets left for tonight's 50/50, which includes tissue basket holders and free bingo from 8 p.m. until 11 closing time tonight. Thank you. Damn. I don't know, like, there's weird arbitrary, like, damage. Like, that's one thing you just notice more and more you play this. One thing that's fun about Vel Garter, short iframes. Boom, Rip Doge, F7, pay respects. Oh, thank you, Izvana. So, we also are not infringing any copyright that we may or may not have infringed before. Also, anything you do with the Buster here is 1 damage, so it really does not matter what you do. Let's see if we can get him in the cycle. I usually charge because it's just easier to hit. There we go. You want to make sure that your head is higher than Sigma's head for this. and choke on it. I like it. Okay, so now be prepared for the most interesting fight. If anyone's ever watched a Buster only run of this game, they'll know what I'm talking about. So the only way to deal damage to Final Form Sigma's face is through pink shots. Oh, I was actually too close. And this, every time you fail this, which hopefully we won't do, is like 5 minutes. Like, you lose 5 minutes every time you die to this, because it takes roughly like 5 minutes to go through all the other fights. And this is the only way to do it. Each charge shot takes 3 1/3 seconds to hit pink. And then the boss health bar is 32 health. And works out to like a minute. It's like a minute and a half of like, it's like 1 minute 33 seconds, 0.3333 charge. It's like a minute and 33 seconds of just charging to kill this thing. I'm not going to go for super fast strats since we do have X2 coming up right after this. But this is good pace. Nope, I will not PB, but if I don't die here, then this is going to be... I'm going to lame it out and just try to ride this. And even if you ride this, you can go faster and try to get hits in. But it's an intense fight because it's just an endurance round, like trying to not get hit. That's also the lowest you can possibly be, and to fire and do damage. So you have to stand off center of the paw, and you will not get hit. But you have to be very careful. It's just a long fight. But I haven't touched this in a while. This is an incredible derust. Chat, I need your energy. Lend it. So what am I looking at? What am I thinking? And what's going through my mind when I do this fight? I'm not looking at the paw I'm on. I continually am basically keeping peripheral, like, vision on both my color charge, which is almost just down to like a muscle memory timing. But mostly, I'm looking at the other foot, because the other foot's the only thing that's going to screw me up in this. We're into 4 shots left. Chat, I believe... Okay, I looked at chat for like a second and did not see that. Okay, we in there, 2 shots left. Alright, Sigma, it's been real fun, but... Alright, well, 51-55, I will take that. Okay, so that was X1 PBO. I'm gonna let this play out because my estimate actually, if I keep this pace going in X2, then we will actually be way ahead of schedule. So I'm gonna let this play out a little bit. But that's X1 PBO. That's how you beat the game without killing anything than mostly the bosses, and using your Buster. It's fun. Not enough people run it, and it's basically only me at this point that even runs this category. But oh yeah, only the Buster knows. I don't know if anyone knew this. Wouldn't mind extra time to not eat it. But we'll go through this little bit here. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped Crew cause, and he wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. Best rating in the game coming up. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. How long will he keep on fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. Okay, we in there. Well, I guess like batteries, like if you have like, I don't know, like low batteries could maybe be exhausted. But yeah, that's my favorite line is just the Buster knows. Why didn't he just ask the Buster? How does, is there no interface for this? But as soon as we beam out here, we will switch to X2. I guess he doesn't, but cool. So let's move on to X2. And not Mario's early years. Why didn't anyone submit that? Why didn't we get Mario's history, Mario's time machine? So welcome to X2 PBO. Same rules as before, slightly different game, slightly different rules, and a completely different run. So there's some interesting tech right off the bat in the intro that I will be trying to pull off, and if not, we might have to reset it. Oh, we got it. That's how you get through all of those doors without blowing any of them up. I love these crusher guys that like squeeze these big like doors together. Really cool. So X2 is like super impressive. I mean, like just right off the bat, they really wanted to get you because, like, look at the first thing you fight. It's like a huge sprite. Huge sprites will always be something that just look amazing, and we'll actually have to like. There we go. I missed the first shot, so. Actually, I'd probably turn it down because I think this game is just a little louder than the other one. We have a big cutscene, so that's no big deal. Yeah, as back when they really cared. So there's an order in this as well. So first stage, Gator. Gator first? I've never seen that in any speedrun of X2. Not even the tasks on any category. Well, that's because I have tech that either no one knows about or no one cares about because there's just a better way to do it and no one's bothered to look for another way. So here's my favorite thing of this entire run, probably, is this bit of tech that I found. Because, check this out. Let's see how many tries. This is doubly pixel perfect trick. There's 1. There it is. Boom. And that's how you get the Buster upgrade without using Strike Chain or the fire thingy. But you'd have to charge to... Do you have to? Yeah, you'd have to charge to do it. You'd have to use the Strike Chain to do it. So that is doubly pixel perfect. The point where you kick off of and the point where you grab on are both very precise. And that's like one of my favorite bits because that's just like, it's like crazy tech that I've just never seen anywhere else in any other thing. We get a few more hearts in this run than the other. There's some cool movement in this one as well. No, that is not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to use Strike Chain to grab it. Like, that may look easy, but it's an incredibly difficult trick to pull off. It's right up there with Iceless, honestly. It's the Iceless of this game. There we go. That's a cool jump, too. Let's see if I could dodge getting hit by that. And that. Damn, never cut that one. Yeah, like, I remember practicing that once I figured, like, there has to be a way to do it. And, like, eventually I figured it out, and it's like, yeah, you can do it. It's just borderline impossible. Because this makes a lot of these boss fights way faster, because this dishes a ton of damage. And there's usually a lot of times where you can just charge it up between attacks. And you can also attack during, like the rainbow thing. Also, dash shots still work in this game, but not on every boss. Oddly enough. Like, you can dash shot on Wheel Gator. I'll probably not. I'm trying to think of bosses you can't. Like, there are some bosses that you cannot dash shot in this game. Are we in there? Oh, it's unnecessary. It's kind of cool, though. I like it. I mean, it's a moving floor, so it can definitely... You might get hit by some things you might not you overestimate, trying to jump over stuff especially. But you can't dash shot the Moth. No, you can't. You can't dash shot any of that fight. Okay, so there's that. Next boss. Sadly, this is the best music in the game, and why I say that's sad is because we knock it out in, like, the second stage, if you don't count the intro. But, it's so good. And there's some cool tricks here as well. Let's see if we get a laser skip. Did not get it. Oh crap, we missed it. There we go. Bubble Crab's stage music is like really, really good. And now we're just in a state of falling and stop and keep going. Jump. And this is where I'm going to grab the second tank. And abuse water tension because that exists in this game. Where you can skip off the water's surface. Something they added in X2, and I don't think it's in any other game. I don't even know if, I'm trying to think if it's in X3. But actually, there's a thing in the physics in Mega Man, even in X1, where if you're walking down a slope and jump, you actually jump higher than you're supposed to be. You jump higher than normal. It's coded in. Like, it's just there. I don't know why it's there, but it is. It's coded in specifically in X1 as well. So that's the only way you just barely grab it. So what we're going to do is abuse Bubble Crab here. If you're familiar with X3 runs and how there's a lot of boss manipulation, Blizzard Buffalo would be a good example. Then this has a lot of the same thing where as long as you're over this crab's head, just always do that, and it has to be like the first thing it checks for, so you can just dash shot it. It's pretty fun. Also, it is very ideal to do that. I mean, not just for speed, but in this category, because if you don't do that, one of the things that Bubble Crab can do in the fight is make like little, like, tiny crabs. And going back to X1, it's just something you don't want to have to deal with, is like trying to not kill things, or, you know, have stuff in your way that could be a thing that you could accidentally kill. Shoutouts to Dr. Kane. Alright, now we're going to go for a very important skip. Or a glitch, I should say. It's called blueberries. It's called the blueberry glitch. I just call it blueberries. I'm also the one that calls it that. I don't think anyone actually even gives a crap about this glitch. It means nothing, yet it means everything. This basically determines whether or not the run is legitimate. There's also some cool stuff in this, too, that I'm sure not too many people have probably seen for this game. Like this. Let's go here. Rapid tap. That was not a full jump. If you mash that really quick, you can actually get it up here and grind this little crystal thing up in like no time flat. You can't carry it any farther, sadly. So... Also, you might have noticed earlier, I grabbed a sub-tank. Why didn't you shake crystal? There we go. That damage boost is intentional. Just to get off the ladder faster. Okay, so blueberry glitch. It's something you get during this fight. And it's something I actively always try to get in a run. And you'll see why it's called blueberries here in a little bit. So one thing you want to do, slide, dash shot, slide, dash shot, slide, dash shot, slide, dash shot, charge. Whoa. He's gonna slow down time because he's a jerk. Oh wait, we're not getting time slowdown yet. That's fine. It doesn't really matter getting hit here. Okay. Time. Okay, we're going for blueberries. I don't care if it's going to be like more time. We're going to go for it. Oh, never mind. Well, we'll have to try to get it. I accidentally dashed. I mean, it's nothing. We'll try to get it in the refight. I mean, it was faster than trying to go for it, but it's blueberry's pretty hype, so it's not a legitimate run yet. But we can salvage it in the boss rush. Now we got to fight Sponge, which is usually where every run starts because you get the strike chain. You can just go everywhere with it, just grapple stuff, zip zoom, but because you can't use it, even if it's not to kill stuff, it's in there. So it's just something you take completely out of the equation. We'll grab this heart that's up here, though. OS Frog. I won't go for it. You're hopping the wrong way. Got these orbs here controlling the environment of the greenhouse or whatever it is. Gonna grab this here. There it is. Wire Sponge is interesting because it's one of the few fights in this game that actually have a risk of killing something in, which are these little vine sprouts. They're everywhere. Actually getting quite lucky with this. I mean, it's not quite God Sponge, but... Boom. Nothing but like a little lemon juice to kill a plant. I don't know how that works. Oh, I never played the Extreme games on Game Boy. They looked... Like, that might be interesting. I might have to try those only just because I feel like it'd be weird to play these games on a Game Boy Color. Like, how well could they possibly translate? And now, time for my favorite boss fight in this entire game, the Moth. I know someone was saying that the Moth was a butt, but it's a cool fight. I love the concepts for it. It's also a trash bug, which is kind of cool. But I like that there's like metamorphosis, like mid-fight is like part of the thing. Also, we're going to get into addressing the question of Toke. Why did you get a sub-tank if you can't kill anything? Are you an idiot? Maybe. So another mini-boss we have to deal with, but it's not too bad. Please give me some health. Do not get it. Okay, that's fine. Hey Toke, why'd you get that sub-tank? You fool? Fool, huh? It's just like crazy though. I mean, it's just, there's health everywhere in this game, so it's just like something that is amazing to actually have. Okay, cool. Don't want to bring any of these into the fight. I don't know, it's like a bug. Like a bug larva. It's a robo-bug. Everything's like bugs, or everything's a robot in Mega Man. This is the kind of reality we live in. But yeah, I love this fight. Like, moths are kind of cool. But, I don't know, there's something about this fight is like, I like that you can burn it. Also kind of reminds me of that thing from, like, Brave Little Toaster. A big, scary, scary-ass electro, like, trash magnet thing. I'm the trash man. I was gonna do a couple hits because I know it was pretty close to. So fun fact, this Morph Moth, if you touch Morph Moth, it does the most damage of anything in the entire game, even Sigma. The sport, like, look at that. Touching Morph Moth does like 6 damage. 6 damage. If you touch the stun sport, it's like 1 or 2. Sigma, if you touch like big 3D wireframe stupid face Sigma, it's like 2 damage. So, hey Elm, how you doing? I'm the trash man. But yeah, I always wanted to kind of rename my split for that moth, like Trash Man or something, but I already like the name I have for it, which is like Venomothra. So here's a fun trick you can do. Despawn it, wait for it to get here, kick back up, and we're gonna do our swoop jump. Oh, maybe. There we go. And now I'm really praying that we get the good RNG and get the good pattern here, because there's actually a cool mashing part coming up that is one of the reasons, probably like one of my other favorite fights in this actually, is you get to fight the CX4 sword. So we're going to walk to the left a little bit. Okay, I think we got it. We got it. If I get health, then that would be great. No. It also gets put where I can't reach it. Damn it! Okay, the fight's gonna be harder now. I like hit one time and it like threw everything off. But yeah, the fastest I've ever gotten on that is like, it's like a 2-second kill. And I don't know if any... But I love the quick kill. If you get the pattern for it, it's so good. Oh, Kit. Doggo. Like I said, from running these, like, I don't know, get good at mashing. Or I just have really good technique for it, something like that. Who has that Snoopy emote? That's really cool. I think it's Snoopy anyway. That's a Pro Senshi emote. It's pretty good. I like it. What's the emote called? Ripped centipede. Millipede? Magnipede. Or power up end controller. But thanks, Eden. I love that kill though, because like if you even get that pattern, it's like you just like it's stupidly fast. I feel like it's almost as fast as doing it like the non-Dragon Punch way. And now we get to do Flame Deer. Diggin', diggin', bam. I hope everyone has been enjoying the Mega Man X block, I guess, or the PBO block, if nothing else. G-Toke, why'd you get that? Why'd you get that thing? You can't kill anything. How are you gonna get health? And ignore that because I'm gonna be saying it like the entire run. And it'll make full, like, sense here. Did I not fire a lemon? I mean, I saw him stick his arm out. But I didn't hear the... Why did you done do... Why did who done do the thing? I didn't do it. I maintain that I did not do the thing. And boom. I would much rather pet the robos than shoot them. Burn to the ground. X2 is definitely the easier run if you're looking into doing Pacifist Buster only. I wanted to extend it to X3, but it didn't work out. I mean, not to say that you couldn't do it, but there was nothing that really set X3 apart. Like, it almost was just like a glorified, like, any percent. Or glorified, like, Buster only any percent kind of category. because there's like no cool tricks, there was no exploits, there was no cool movement, like there was nothing at all different about it. Where this, I think, has just enough. It isn't as different as X1. Like, X1 is like a big game changer. We need to take that death. Burn to the ground. So there's an interesting thing coming up here that like makes you question a lot of things, and it is right here. So I would normally charge going into a boss room, but like Mega Man busts out like the turbo controller right here. He's just like, I guess somehow that made it more feasible that he like blew up an entire missile instead of just like laying a big charge shot down. Somehow it was better to do. I don't know. It's weird. But even if you're charging, it cancels that out to do that. You get to do a lot of cool dashing. Boom. Didn't even get hit. Nice. Think about it, like, instead of shooting it hard once, you shoot it soft a bunch of times. I guess it's the same amount of energy. Or something. I like that. Hey Tsukigato, how you doing? Is neat still. Like, X1 over X2, X2's 100% dashless is pretty interesting. I've not seen dashless for... I've not done dashless for X2. I have done dashless for X1 though. Dashless X1 is like boring. I don't know. I find it really boring. There's not like the game kind of like it gets interesting on like Sigma 1. Actually, I was going to grab this life here. And we're gonna go bold. Yeah, X2 PBO isn't as, like, super technical. There's a lot of cool stuff in it, but a lot of it is like, you can just, like, jump over stuff. But one of the cooler things that is a bigger game changer for this category compared to just normally playing the game... Damn, forgot. To jump up and... Come on, let me... There we go. What a stupid thing. Nope, no you don't. Like with Sigma, like, this will stop Mega Man. This... Oh, I'm dead. Bork. Like this will stop Mega Man. This annoying claw. God, I need to clean the controller off on this. I've been saying it for like a while now. Just have not done it. There we go. Okay, so this is the big reason why I got the E-Tank earlier. Oh, Bobby. Is for this fight, because it's the dumbest thing in the entire game. Hey, Anthea. Because violin fight is the dumbest thing ever. Do I use it here? Yes. Oh wow. I don't have it full, so... Damn it! Okay, now we're in rough territory. God, I hate this fight. It's so dumb. We need a boss. What should it do? How about it just slams a giant ball around? Wouldn't that be great? Thank God. Mega Man X's lore is really weird. It's like Dr. Wily got space energy and used that to create Zero and then Dark... Yeah, a lot of that's explained in Mega Man 8. And partial... It is like really fucking... It is really raining outside. But I've never seen that type of... It's some dark energy, Mega Man. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I think this is my last. I think I need to take a death here. Yeah, I really should probably take a death. I've never seen this type on Earth. We find the energy, we'll find Dr. Wily. That's a good question, but Mega Man, oh my God, the only thing that is wrong with Mega Man 8 is that there isn't more Dr. Light voice acting in it. I'm convinced. Not gonna. Well, I guess we're gonna go fast. Didn't make it. Shocking new man. There's a really cool. I think it's Mega Man 3. There's a really amazing Mega Man 3 hack that you Dr. Wily's or Dr. Light is the enemy in it. I'm aware I could damage boost here. It's just too big of a. It is take too. Damn it! Damn it again. I didn't catch the edge as early as I wanted to. There we go. There's one and none. Referring to damage. No charge shots here. There's no way I'm defeating Math Blaster here with any kind of health bar like this. Wait for it. So I can get all the way over here, because it stops you after a set period of time of being on. Yeah, we have enough, and I got caught. You kids stop screwing around. Tell you kids to stop. Someone gonna get hurt, you keep screwing around. And stupid boomerang gun. Cool. Alright, math time. Cross plus cross plus cross. Which strongly implies helps build the robots. Include no, Wily made 0. It's pretty much said in like X2 and the games that followed that. Damn it! Okay, I think that might be game over, actually. Yeah. This is like the worst boss in the entire game. Especially Buster only. Sigma is a chump, comparatively speaking. Actually, Sigma is like pretty free. Or it's fine, this stage is a big reset point in a lot of runs anyway. There we go. There we go. Oh, I missed that. I usually never get hit on that dash jump. I'm trying to think. I don't remember too much of the story from Mega Man and Bass. God damn Frisbee! I hate it. I hate the Frisbee. It's like the dumbest thing on the entire, like, big robot thing. This is also why I estimated a lot on these. Alright, cool. We in there, boy. Alright. plus, cross, 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 plus, oh, cross, plus, plus, cross. It's juking me. Cross, plus, cross, plus. We in there. Cross, plus. There we go. We in there. That boss always sucks. I hate him. Also, if you're like looking into the lore at all, that there's strong implications and fan theories that suggest that he was like possessed by Dr. Wily's electric ghost or something. Wait, Twitch is doing 3 days of Mystery Science Theater? Oh my god, that's gonna be awesome. Now we just have boss rush, and then we in there. Actually, no, we have one more stage before boss rush. We have to go from like the hardest fight in the game to like the easiest fight in the game. Worth it. I do like the music for this stage. I hate this part here because you can't skip it, but also it just feels weird. It's like, hey, remember when Mario 3 did that like weird platform thing, and also kind of Yoshi's Island? Wouldn't it be cool if we had that in our game? No? Okay, let's do it anyway. So now I want to get hit by this bat to make it go away. And we in there. Okay, so now what I want to do is lure these, and I'm going to go for swag strats here because it don't matter. On bat. To go through an area that you normally are not supposed to be able to even get to. So I need to lure this bat all the way over here. Oh, it like tucked in last second. And it's a free trick because you like spawn right there. It's also free. There's no real penalty for failing this. As long as you do not trigger this bat. And if you wanted to, you could go in the gold armor room, which is like, well, somewhere. But yeah, we go to the freest boss in the game now. King of all cosmos. How free is he? Well, all you gotta do is just hang up here. You don't get hit. Nothing happens. It's a little too close for my liking, though. And you're supposed to like jump through the gaps, but you're so far up that you actually, the projectiles despawn before they can even hit you. So it's literally free. And we win. It's like really coming down. I don't know if you can hear that in the mic. I've never tried doing the fight the legit way. I figured that way out, like, I think my first time fighting. I was like, I wonder if you can, like, just hang up here. Because you can do the same thing on Bow Spider room, where you just be above the screen, and because everything despawns the moment that it's out of sight. It's like, well, whatever. What are we looking like on lives? Like, oh, a bunch. Fine. Oh, we in there. So now the secret in the boss rush is to go through the bosses in an order where you won't take damage. Or there's minimal damage. Like, this will be Gator. That way you can kind of just eat up all the, like, I don't know why they give you, like, tiny, like, 4 tiny health pellets, or the energy for the rush, instead of just giving you, like, 1 giant one. Like, who's like, I just need this one, fam, like, little known fact, this boss is what inspired the Shake Way. Yep, that's how it works. You just kind of wiggle it around and it does stuff. I think we're getting that hurricane rain, yo. Yeah, in Pennsylvania, this is like whatever. Oh, I did grab 2 sub-tanks, didn't I? I'm the trash man. Skibidoo bop beep boop a dop. Beep boop bop boop. Oh, come on, you're like, there it is. It's like, I know you're close. Bodied. Scatman is that? Dude, rip Scatman. He's an inspiration to many. And will be missed. I have like an entire tank, and that's probably more than enough. I also love that in the refight here, the stage is like dark. The colors just work pretty well, I think. The big thing is you want to keep this dumb bird on screen. Otherwise, it like does the thing where it like runs around the background, like like the Roadrunner. Scooby-dooby-dooby-doo bop. What's the current total? I could like turn my head. I guess I got time to look. Oh, cool. Get the fight sponge in an even tiny room. Hopefully... Come on. Okay, there we go. You can't kill the vines. I said that it was bad. Pickle man. Damn you, Pickle. My most hated of the refights, at least for this category, is Bubble Crab, Because you fight in a smaller room. It's not all wide. I love how they do the refight and make it different from the normal fight, just to change it up. But it's like you get like raising and lowering water level, and then you also get like spike ceiling and a smaller room. So it makes it harder to do the juggle and not like bop your head. Okay, this is Blueberry Redemption. This is Blueberry Redemption time. We need to make the run legit. And this will be time stop. Zawarudo. Boom. Okay, cool. Is it enough time? Is it enough health where I definitely think we can pull this off? Yes! We got it! Blueberries, fam. We done it! Okay, it's an official run. I've confirmed it. That's all Blueberries does, is that it's a palette change. Because you're free during the explosion, and they don't want you to be. God, I love that. And it means nothing, but it's an official run. Official run now. But yeah, that's why we call it blueberries, because you have lemons, so, well, blue lemons are probably blueberries, but it's one of those things where it's like, I try to go for it every, when I used to run this heavily, every run you gotta go for it, and it's something where, like, it doesn't lose time. It's just like one of those fun things. It's like shouting orb, for, like, Super Mario World, where, like, you gotta do it. Otherwise, illegitimate run. You can't even put it on the leaderboards. I don't know if anyone knew this about SMW, but it's in the rules. Really? Take that. You jerk. You just wiggle everything. We have everyone annoying out of the way except for Stag, which really doesn't need any health. I really want to risk trying the quicker kill. Damn. Burn to the ground. Best game. Burn to the ground. Warning. Warning. Burn to the ground. That's such a good mix, and the bass has been cooked. Alright, final fight hype. We have E-Tank and... I don't know why I grabbed two. I forgot that because I grabbed the one I never usually grab, which is the swaggier one. So... Actually looking pretty good on time for this. It's sub-hour for this. One thing that's, like, annoying a little bit is that, like, Sigma was here the whole time. Like, couldn't we just, like, finish this thing, like, a while ago? And make sure back here. Oh, wait. Didn't Zero die? I thought he was never coming back. And... Ideally, you can get 4 damage on the full shots here, but you'll always get 3. The music in X2 is pretty good. I wasn't as much of a fan of a lot of X3's music because, like, most of it all focuses around, like, electric guitar. But, like, the same electric guitar sound instead of, like, different tones. And... we in there. I love that he, like, zoops over. Like, if I'm on the left side when I do the final blow, he go, like, for, like, no reason. Okay, we are looking good. Line up about here, I think. Maybe that's just in the programming. Have you ever watched the TAS do Sigma? It's, like, ridiculous. But, like, the TAS for, like, I think almost any percent, like, as long as it's not Dragon Punch. They, like, dance around to do all this, like, exploitation. It's really cool. I think the any percent TAS does it? I forget. And baited. So Mega Man X2 and Mega Man X3 both use a special chip that Capcom put on both those cartridges called the CX4 chip, which was meant to basically render 3D lines in real time. And it's only really for this. I mean, there was the sword, but there's so few spots in this game that it's even, like, worth it. So remember, I can't kill anything, by the way. Which makes parts of this an interesting fight. This is the one big distinction. So I can't kill anything, so the fight is, like, can get really dumb. Because, like, it spawns 3 different enemies, 2 of which can fly right in your line of your shooting path. Like this stupid thing, which is reset more runs than you'll ever know. The fish thing is also kind of stupid too. You can get health during this fight, which is kind of cool. But this is also why E-Tank's coming in incredibly handy, because you cannot bank on actually getting health. off stuff dying. Because it gets like, it's super stingy during this fight. I love how much faster the game goes when there's only Sigma on screen and it's just the chip doing stuff. Sigma also has 64 health, which is kind of an interesting thing because most bosses in the other games have 32, except for X1. I mean, X1, everyone had 32, except for the big Sting Chameleon mini-boss, the green, like, big, fat Roadhog type thing. That has 64. Mega lag. What? What? The game crashed, I guess. What was that? Wait, do we sell this? Oh my god. I think it takes you back to the first base. Yeah, it does. Okay, so the estimate I have is 120, which I'm trying to think if that's even enough time to go through all these stages again. Yeah, it was just like, dude, Sigma won. I think Sigma won. is cheating. Just play 220. Alright. Maybe we can get back there. That's why you can't trust Sigma. He's cheating. That's why you gotta get rid of him. Plato doesn't read the GDQ. Damn it. That was honestly like more optimistic even trying that fight with like next to no health. Sigma is a virus. We have to go all Norton on his butt. Would you be showing off randomized and it would kill the Doesn't sound very fast. We're talking old Norton, back when Norton was good. Or wait, not Norton, McAfee. Back when McAfee used to be good. I don't like where this is going. Okay. We in there. Oh yeah, Norton had the weird dude. Now I'm thinking McAfee, because McAfee was the weird antivirus created by like that crazy dude. Okay, if anyone here wants to read like the greatest thing you've ever read that is true, go to Wikipedia and look up, I think his name's John, I forget. Look up the Wikipedia page for the creator of McAfee antivirus. Craziest thing you'll ever read. Like they should make a movie about it. I honestly, it's like the wildest thing. Oh, actually, take a death. Like it's the craziest thing, and like the more you dig into it, the crazier it gets. No. It's like something out of like a weird action movie. Or dude, this is like a computer programmer. It has everything you could want. Sex, I think drugs, mystical locations, absurd plot. Alright, cool. Something is going ham. Alright, this cross plus. Alright, plus cross plus plus. Cross. Wow, that has been like pixel perfect to fall between both of them. Alright, cross, plus, cross, plus, cross, plus, cross, plus, cross, plus, cross, plus, plus, or cross, plus. Cross, plus, cross, plus, cross, plus, cross, plus. Got him, alright. Hey, what's going on, X-Farron? What's going on with Nightbot? I think we can bring it back. That's stage 2. And that was where we had making up. We can still beat this. I think we can still beat this by estimate. As long as Sigma plays nice. I think it is still possible. And doink, 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 doink. Alright, we're in there. I'm going because I need this life. Actually, I need these 2 lives. Might as well take them. Yeah, for some reason Sigma, like for some reason the game just reset. I don't know why. I'm telling you, Capcom manufactured a Sigma virus. They put it in the game. That was how dedicated they used to be back in like 1994. I still love how, like, cheesy this fight is. It's amazing. Oh man, I was almost... Let's do that. Yeah, it, like, didn't crash. It just, like, it, like, reset the game. I don't know why. It just reset. This is kind of a neat idea for a fight. It's nice and sucks that you can just cheese the total crap out of it, though. Okay, the boss is gonna take like 5. Yeah, like we can totally be in there. Did you get Mega Man? There we go. So who's up after this? It's not like spin and just like miss my full shot every time. I called it that time. Yeah, take that. That was the trolliest gator I've seen in a long time. Where that's the pattern you get every like reemerge or like just like super drill. Bork. It was on such good pace too. It would have been like 2 hours, which is pretty good for both games. Punch it. Punch that bird. Teach it that it shouldn't have done what it did. Hexafectas. Well, like I was saying, like I tried to do it for X3, but X3 just doesn't have anything cool to justify its existence. So, and I don't like X4. X5 is pretty good. X6 is also kind of okay, but I really dislike X4, and I don't know if I would really ever want to run those games. Trash bug. Cool. I should have about, like, it won't be that, it'll be interesting. Oh yeah, could go for blueberry again. Alright, snail. Such a crappy spot. This isn't enough to kill it, but it should be pretty close. We got blueberries once. It's fine. Centipede, I think. I never remember. Yeah. And one more. Get got. Hey, Strickland, what's up? Damn crab, I hate it. I'm trying to think who's in here. Oh yeah. Nice. He was like swinging all his stuff and it was like, got him. Lightning deals ad. What kind of like deals they got? Thank God. Alright. We in there. Phone, quit. There we go. Quit your beeping, phone. Stupid robot. Yeah, we will have time with Allie's permission. Allie, do you want to see if we just finish it? Because, I mean, we're basically right there. Nice. Alright, well, we'll finish it. We'll try to. If it does it again, then we definitely gotta move on, but... That was weird. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Got a full tank, though. Twink, twink, twink. This is the true fight. Sigma will not win. Can it happen? Zoop. Zoop. Marvel. When's Marvel? I feel like Zero would be kind of cool to play as in Marvel vs. Capcom, because like, yeah, I like the sword and stuff. I feel like there could be some cool stuff there. Oh man, it's Vega Sigma. Vegma. Okay. Let us pray. What is it? Bless RNG or something? Sigmarine alone. So I can't believe Capcom like put a custom chip inside this game and X3 purely for smug ass Sigma. Oh, health. It like speeds up every once in a while. Okay, it's gonna hop and I can go bam. Sigma, why? Why did you do it, Sigma? Well, I guess we'll have our next run now. It froze. It froze. Sigma 1 with his puke beam. Twice. It apparently was not meant to be. Wow. That's right, Allie's near. Who's here that who's like I guess I could like run it. Hooves, are you ready to start? Because I think you're the one who's after my run, right? Yeah. Are you all ready? Yeah, because that'll be going next. So, Sacred Hooves is up right here. Allie, Metroid Rogue Dawn, which is a Metroid 1 hack, any %. Okay, well, I'm gonna kick it over to you. Good luck on your run, and everyone, thanks for hanging around for the beginning of Powered Up with Pride, but there's still 2 days to go. So, with that being said, thanks for supporting, and good luck, Hooves.